Don't worry, I'm gonna make Blue look irresistible.
Rio, so previously I made a review of a movie that's not released now called Utopia. It is a movie about anthropomorphic animals, but now I'm gonna do a review van talking animals, but it's instead of anthropomorphic animals, this is about mecha. This is about perverts, like those wild perverts from Brazil, featuring humans in Rio de Janeiro. So now which is called, and the film is called Rio. And when the movie Rio was released in April of 2011, it was a success. Critics thought that it was decent, and it did really good at the box office, returning over $484 million worldwide. But not only that, but it even got an award for Best Original Song with a song called Will in Rio. And not only did it actually get a sequel to the movie, but it even got an Angry Birds game that is based on the movie Rio. And in fact, it was even announced that there will even be a third movie, but there is one problem. The studio that made decent high-stakes movies shut down in April of 2021. It is gonna be made by a much different animation studio. But let's just pray that it won't end up like I think The Adventures of Buck Wild movie.
What brings you two to my world?
We want to live a life of adventure, like you.
And that's exactly the reason why you shouldn't make a sequel without the original studio. But as for my expectations, I didn't know what to expect from this. But this movie could be possibly be decent, since Blue Sky didn't make Blue Sky Studios didn't make billions of bad films like Illumination. So now that we're going to Rio to watch the movie, will this be incredible as Rio de Janeiro itself? Or this is funny as that online meme about going to Brazil? Well, let's find out. And also spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen this movie. So now let's start with the story. And there were a lot of stories to tell about Rio de Janeiro. Well, in this one, it's definitely not that impressive. So the entire story is about Blue. Get it? Because she's blue. Who's this blue domesticated Macaws who's been adopted by this girl called Linda. Suddenly, this guy that looks like Flint Lockwood decided to put Rio in the wild, since he's actually the last of his kind. But however, Then Blue meets the shadow macaw called Jovel, who's out to have a bit of fun with Stuffy. But however, these poachers have come to steal the Blue Macaws just for Mavi, and so is the pet macaw, pet parrot Nigel. So it's up to Blue and Jewel to go back to the Voodoo's so they can't get endangered. So not only does this story feel little generic with feeling like an average kids film, but even the woman just feels like a little unnecessary. As it is just there to be funny.
Oh, she's beautiful. She's like an angel. Okay, I had nothing to do with that. But, you have to admit it's actually a pretty good song. Naturally. Yeah.
Lionel Richie works every time.
And then there's also the comedy, which is mostly sometimes accidentally. Sometimes it can give me a chuckle, but sometimes it can feel a little bit juvenile. So the biting itself is not great. But what saves the movie from being the worst. It's of course the way. It's of course Rio de Janeiro itself. That it actually feels like a place that should be in a story and actually feels pretty wonderful. So it is not a perfect story, but it's definitely not as grand as Rio de Janeiro. So now let's talk about the animation. So while the story may be weak, there is no way that the animation could look bad. Then after watching this movie, the animation just looks really good. So now let's start with the Macaws and the other characters in this movie. So the humans and the bush and other animals have a more cartoony designs that is reminiscent of Blue Sky Shadow movies, like I said. And not to mention that and also there is Rio, the city of Rio de Janeiro itself, which just looks really good. Especially with how it feels like a city. Actually feels like a city from Brazil, with a lot of Brazilian cultures like carnaval.
All right, Blue, you're flying. Sort of.
No, Blue!
En toen mensen dit te flagging change. All show look really nice. It actually feels like they've actually both. But what I believe is the true highlight of the animation is of course the musical numbers. Which I will talk about since animated counted part of the songs. But the musical numbers are actually really well made, with most of the characters dancing and singing really impressively. Actually, and it makes the picture feel fun to watch. And however, there is one problem with the animation. Is that the other human character designs are not really my cup of tea. I won't say that they look ugly, but there is something about them that looks a little bit weird. But with the exception of the human character designs, while I wouldn't call it the best animation ever made, the animation in here still looks really good. And now let's talk about the characters. And when it comes to the characters, they are usually mostly film a little bit mixed and mediocre. So now let's start with the protagonist himself, called Blue. Get it? Because he's a blue macaw. Anyways, Blue is this blue macaw was domesticated by his owner Linda. And doesn't really want to go to the wild and wants to be always with Linda. And he's mostly a serviceable character protagonist, and he's not really a douchebag and does care for other people. And he only receives character development by being able to fly. Yeah, that's just his character development. And then there is the other macaw called Jewel, who's like the girlfriend of Blue, who first doesn't like him, but then he starts to like him. Yeah, that's the only character trait in this character. And then there is Linda and Flint Lockwood, Lord-like character. For Linda is this owner that absolutely adores his pet Blue, making him a really nice character. And then there is this Flint Lockwood guy that I don't even know the name of, who wants to take Blue to the woods and is the last of his species. And also, spoiler alert, the species is now extinct now.
Your macaw is a very special bird. In fact, Blue is the last male of his kind.
I have a kind?
The only other blue macaw is in Rio de Janeiro.
Brazil?
And then there was also this. And there were also these two red and yellow birds. that feel like they came straight out of Angry Birds and the comical Williams will they are mostly there for the humor. Or the humor making a lot of jokes.
Saw this big cockatoo with big ninja talents. And then he was like, coming with me, you little princess. And I was like, whoosh, whoosh, I ain't your princess, leave me.
And this for the other characters. There is this token that wants to help Blue to fly. And then there's also this. And then there's also and there's also this homeless kid named Fernando who has no parents. But somehow can literally drive. And then there's also this bulldog named Louis who is shockingly barely in the movie. And also the other characters, also the other characters in this movie, like the human village that want to kidnap Blue and Jewel. And then finally we have the boat villain called Nigel, who is the son of the human two villains that actually wants to kidnap the Boo. That actually wants to kidnap the Boos to give them to the owner, and he makes him an enjoyable villain. But the problem about him is his villain, which I will talk about soon. Now the characters are not hateable, but they mostly fall in the category of mediocre. And if you thought that was the end of my review, then you should think again. Because we are now gonna talk about the songs. And you might question, how is this a musical? Because there were actually a lot of songs in this movie. And the songs in VR are actually kind of okay. They're not bad or great, but they're mostly okay. But however, most of them are either interrupted that doesn't make it feel like a musical. Now let's start with the opening song called Opening Song in the Movie, which is a pretty enjoyable song. Song is extremely colorful and takes place before this movie. And then there's also this other part of the song that actually sounds kind of beautiful and actually feels pretty fun. And as for the other songs, which I can't remember the name of, they are mostly fun songs that can be considered enjoyable, but not all. But there is one that is absolutely terrible, and that is of course Nigel's villain song. So first you might question, how is it bad? Because the way it's made, it feels like the song is nothing but but the random web, so it can be 24 kids which doesn't fit in the movie at all, and makes it feel more embarrassing than pleasant.
Feathery freak with a beak, a bird murderer. You think you're better than me? I never heard of you.
So while I wouldn't call it the best songs ever made, especially Nigel's Williams song, the songs mostly fall into the category of okay. So we've officially watched the movie that takes place in Rio de Janeiro. And while it's definitely not a great, it is mostly what you expect from Blue Sky Studios. Rio is mostly an okay movie that is not the studio's best due to its weak story and an awful villain song. It does keep it away from being embarrassing with its creative animation and nice world building and some catchy songs. So as for my recommendation, I recommend these people full of animals, especially in danger when you want to save them. But if you think but if you don't want to see this movie, and I'll just recommend to keep it as a kiddish factor. And that's why I'm saying that this movie was okay is a 6 out of 10. So it's definitely not the best movie of all time, but I'm pretty sure it's better than the other movies that I will review.